Hello guys, welcome to your first class. We're going to be taking measurements today and I'll be using baby girl. My name is baby girl. I'll be going through all the measurements with her. First of all, I need you to know that there are two categories of the measurements that we'll be taking. We'll be taking body length and body circumference. Body length is all the measurements that go from up to down. Body circumference is all the measurements that go around the body. So body lengths are also called vertical measurements, and body circumference can also be called horizontal measurements. So if you hear somebody say horizontal measurements, it's the same thing as body circumference. Vertical measurements is the same thing as body length. Alright, we'll take body length measurements first and then we'll move on to body circumference. If you look at baby girl, you can see from her neck to her shoulder is sloping. From here to here is sloping. This highest part of her shoulder is where we'll be taking all our measurements from. So this is called the nape, N-A-P-E. It's called the nape. So all our body length measurements will be going from nape to bust, nape to under bust, nape to waist, nape to hip, nape to hem. So I'll start from nape to bust. Don't make the mistake of starting from here, because starting from here means that you have neglected this place and all your outfits that you wear. See what I'm wearing, it starts from here. So if I start from here, if I measure a nape to bust from here, it gives me 9.5. But if I measure it from here, I have 10. Do you understand? So it kind of shortens your measurement if you're measuring wrong. So we're going to be starting from here and then we go. So here, first measurement, nape to bust. You're going to want to write it down. So nape to bust. After taking nape to bust, we move down to nape to under bust. Nape to bust is nape to the fullest part of our bust. So here to the fullest part, and then nape to under bust, under the bust, the part where the cup stops, the cup of our bra stops is where we measure under bust. So, and then the distance between nape to bust and under bust is usually an average of like 3 inches. Distance between nape to bust and under bust, average of 3 inches. Distance between nape to under bust and nape to waist, average of another 3 inches. That's not to say that some people's distance is not 2 inches, but for an average, for most people, it's 3 inches distance. Nape to waist. For nape to waist, I'm going to have to turn because we take nape to waist measurements at the back. And the reason is because there's a bulge in front, your bust is in front. So if you're taking your nape to waist, you're going to have to go through your bust, and that just means that your bust has added some measurements to the waist, but at the back it's flat, so we can get accurate measurement. So we go nape to waist. Your waist is that part of your body that goes in, part of the female's body that goes in before the hips start to come out. That's the natural waist. So if you are looking at baby girl, you can see that this place goes in, and so that's where we're going to measure. If you don't want to look at it from the side, you can look at it from the back. The part of the waist that goes inside before the ass starts to come out is the waist. So we're going to measure from here to here. We've done nape to bust, nape to under bust, nape to waist. Now for your nape to hip, here to here, to across the fullest part of the bust, to here, then to our hip. So our hip is here. The hip is the fullest part of your bum. So from here, we said 17. See where 17 is on our body in front, and we measured 17 at the back on the natural waist. Do you understand what I was talking about? So here to here, this is the fullest part. You can see it come out here. So it's this fullest part of the hip is 25, and her nape to waist was 17. So 17 plus 8 is 25. So that means the distance between her waist and the hip is on the average is 8 inches. Nape to knee. So we'll do nape to knee first before we do nape to hem. Nape to knee is nape to that joint at our knee. So nape to knee, and then from there we'll do nape to hem. When you're measuring for nape to hem, you want to measure to the ground. Don't stop here. Our length is 66. So we're done with all these guys. Now we'll do her sleeve length. So before I do a sleeve length, let me do a shoulder. The shoulder is across here. There's a bone here. There's a bone here on everybody's shoulder. That's where your outfit rests on before your sleeve starts. From this bone here to this bone here is what we're measuring, and it kind of looks like what baby girl already has here. So from this bone here to this bone here, that's the shoulder. So you want to measure the shoulder, and then we can move on to sleeve length. Now we can measure her sleeve. So of course, if your shoulder is stopping here, that means that excuse me, your sleeve length is starting from here. So her sleeve length will start from here. Then we can do cap sleeve. You measure cap sleeve. Cap sleeve is at the fullest part of your arm here, or the short sleeves. So we do cap sleeve and short sleeve, sleeve that stops at the elbow, 3/4 sleeves, and long sleeves. Alright, moving on to body circumference. I'm going to be starting with bust. You're taking somebody's measurement. Now these measurements require communication with your customer. Body length, they are regular. Whether your customer likes fitted dresses or she doesn't, or she likes her dresses to be really tight or she doesn't, it doesn't affect body length measurements. But for body circumference, that's how you get the fit of your dress. Your body circumference measurements tell if you can sew or not. They're the ones that have the issues, the sit ties, the silos. We start with the bust. If you want to measure the bust, remember we talked about the fullest part. So you're putting your tape rule across the fullest part of the bust. When you're putting your tape rule across the fullest part of the bust, you also want to put a finger in it. So I'm going to do this. Don't measure like this. Don't measure and put this in at the middle of the bust. Don't do that. You're going to measure and put at the fullest part of the bust and put a finger in. Do you understand? Well, after doing that, you want to move your tape rule round it. So when you're starting, you're going, is this fine? Is this the bra that you normally would wear? Is this the bra that you will wear with a dress? If you're not going to wear a bra, you need to know. So you keep communicating with your customer, and then when you're measuring, you want your tape rule to stay straight at the back, like this. You don't want it to sag like this. Sagging like this will not give you the accurate measurement. So you want it to be straight at the back, straight like this. You can use your hand to adjust it when you're measuring. It has to be straight at the back. Next measurement, waist. Now for your waist, you can have two different measurements depending on the person that you're measuring. For instance, if you were measuring for me, you would have one measurement, and that would be because there's the natural waist and there's the skirt waist. We call that one the skirt waist because it's not everybody that puts their shorts, their trousers, or their skirts on their natural waist. Some people would put their trousers here. Some people will put their trousers here. It depends on how comfortable they are or they feel. So I will put my trousers here. I like my trousers, my skirts, everything on my natural waist. So if you're taking my measurements, then you're gonna have just one measurement, my natural waist, because that's where I'll put my skirt if you make me a skirt. That's where my waist will be if you make me a dress. But if you don't put your skirt on your natural waist, then you're gonna have two measurements. You're gonna have natural waist measurements and your skirt waist measurements. For your natural waist, you can tell when you see a person, no matter how big the person is, that there's a part that goes in before the hip starts to come out. No matter how big the person is, that's your natural waist. Or if you're finding it difficult, you want to do this. So you're measuring your customer and you just stylishly do this. If you do this on top here, it just automatically goes to the natural waist. Don't squeeze your customer's stomach. We're just trying to get the part that goes in the most in the tummy. That's your natural waist. So after measuring that, then you can measure your skirt waist, and you ask, of course, where do you put your skirt? Then your hip. Your hip, of course, is the fullest part of the bum. So what you want to do is place it like this. It's not enough that you place it like this. You take it up and take it down again. See what I just did? It's not going. So it's not just enough that you place it like this. You have to place it like this. Take it up. If it's not going, then loosen your hand a little bit. Up, down. It will go up, it will be free. But when it gets to that hip, it's fitted and then it goes down again. Yeah. So that's your hip. So we're done. Bust, waist, hip. Then we now go to arm width. Yes, arm width. Arm width is the fullest part of your hand. This place. So what you want to do is place under the armpit. Put 2 fingers in it. You know we've been putting 1 finger. For your arm width, you're using 2 fingers. So 2 fingers in and like this. Arm width is different from arm hole. Arm hole is like this. Arm hole is the whole of this place. Arm width is here. Understand? So after doing arm width, then you can do, remember those sleeve lengths we took, the body length of the sleeve that we took. So arm width for cap sleeves, this one for short sleeves, this one for elbow length sleeves, this one for 3/4 sleeves, and this one for long sleeves. Okay, tie. Say you are making trousers, you need your tie measurement, you need your knee measurement. When you're taking your knee measurement, you're going to have to ask your customer to do this so that you're sure that when she's trying to sit or bend, she can bend her knee in the trouser. Then ankle. When you're making when you're measuring ankle, you want to measure you want to measure your heel, not your ankle. Then we have bust point. Bust point is the distance between the nipples. That's what we call bust point. So of course, and your nipple is on the fullest part, so you will just want to measure the fullest part. If you're looking at me, this is my fullest part, here to here. So yeah, that's the fullest part. What else am I missing? I think we're done. Take measurements. If you have people around that you can use to boost your confidence, take measurements, and I'll see you in the next class.